Hello guys. Alright, vlog number dos. I promised myself I would at least make an effort to make at least one a day. Probably gonna get short down to like 2 a week, because this is bugging me. I had to go through like YouTube to Dell Webcam Central to make this video. I'll figure it out eventually. All I know is that I can't upload it straight from YouTube anymore. So, topic of the day. Harassment, intimidation, and bullying. Three plagues all across our nation, in our schools, workplaces, whatever you want to say. But mostly for those on the internet or actually searching up this video, it's probably going to be in school. Now, I'm not going to feed you one of those note card bullying is wrong things. I'm going to be straight out. It's not right, but it's something we have to deal with. Basically, where all this H.I.B stuff started with H.I.B is the current, like, harassment, intimidation, and bullying is the law for New Jersey right now, where I am. I mean, it's pretty similar in most states, relatively the same, but New Jersey, I think, has the strictest laws about it. I think New York's a close second, but I know we're in, like, we're definitely, if not the strictest, close to the strictest states dealing with bullying. Anyway, continuing. All of this stemmed out of Rutgers University. I'm sure you guys have all heard about the case where the student was video recorded having intimacy with another man when, he was men. So apparently it's frowned upon in this society. Anyway, what happened was this kid, he didn't quite want to come out of his, it's gonna sound cliche, closet about his sexuality. I'm sure he didn't want people to know. He didn't want to get bullied or harassed, intimidation or bullying. He didn't want to get any of that. So he avoided talking about the subject altogether and avoided letting people know that he really was, which I can understand. I mean, it would be hard to get that kind of abuse. Anyway, his roommate obviously must have had a clue that he might have been gay. So what he did, he left the room and set up a webcam to record. Not unlike the one I'm using now. Probably it actually is. This is a piece of shit webcam. Probably not one of those fancy. Anyway, getting back to the point. He videotaped the kid having an intimate moment with another man. Now this really hit the kid hard. He didn't want anyone to know. I don't think he wanted his parents to know. So he killed himself. It was kind of weird because he posted as his like last recorded remarks, jumping off the JW or something, like something along the lines of that. Like that, it's a bit strange. I wouldn't want my last recorded sentence to be that, because he jumped off the George Washington Bridge. I think George Washington probably. Anyway, getting back to the point. When this happened, people realized that they really couldn't do anything about it. I mean, there was invasion of privacy, but that was pretty much all the kid got charged with. Putting it up on like some website. I don't remember what, but he put it on some public like video sharing website, and like that was messed up. You shouldn't have done that in the first place. And I think he's serving some sort of time for that, which is good. I'm glad that he's getting what he deserved. But people realize there's really not much you can do about harassment, intimidation, and bullying, because there's such a thin barrier between being friendly and hurting someone. You can be just playing with someone, but people will take it a whole other way. That's why you gotta be careful with what you say. That's why mom and dad say, "Oh no, never say this about a person," because they might take it the wrong way. But it happens. It's part of life. It's part of growing up, and it's part of becoming a better person. Everyone's bullied someone, and everyone's been bullied. That's what it comes down to. So the schools thought, you know what, we're going to attack this at the root. We're going to stop it before it even begins. Any word of bullying happening at all, we're going to snap down on him. We're gonna lock him up. We're gonna throw him in prison and throw away the key. Like, they really stressed this to the point that it doesn't need to be stressed. We were doing just fine before. What makes people think that a recorded, like, I don't know how to put this into words, a recorded happening, like a known file of this happening from this person will definitely solve the problem. I can't explain that well, but I hope you're getting what I'm getting at. And basically, it's not doing anything. It's almost making us want to bully more, just to be rebels or defiant. I mean, it's the stupidest law. Really, it has no basis. It has nothing to go off of. Like, in simplest terms, it's if you call someone a nickname, or you screw around with them, or call them, oh, you're a fag, no, you're gay. You can get expelled. You can get expelled for that crap, for joking around. Now you're lying if you haven't called one of your friends gay once. I know I have, and I know I've certainly been called gay. I'm not. You know you don't mean it when you say it to the person, but if an administrator, like a teacher or a principal, heard you say that, you could be in deep shit. And it's ridiculous. Like, the H.I.B, if, like, the teacher is at the mall, and someone else is at the mall too, and you see them getting intimidated by other students at your school, the student, and you're the teacher, you have to report it, or you could, like, get fired. You could lose your job if you didn't say anything. And that puts a lot of weight on the teachers to do things, because they're forced to do it, because if they don't, they can lose their jobs. You don't want to lose your job. You don't want that on your record. Anyway, they just stressed it in a way it didn't need to be stressed, and they're ridiculous for doing it. In the end, bullying is wrong. we were raised and told that it was wrong from the very beginning. We still do it though. It's in human nature to intimidate people, to make you feel better about yourself, to become the top dog. But you don't need to go out of bounds with it. Like, bullying can be good in some cases. It can make a person stronger. You're going through all that and coming out and saying, you know what, I didn't let it bother me. I'm a better person because of it, and they're worse. So, in the end, it's something that's necessary for growing up. If you can't take a little bullying in school, you're not going to take life very kindly either. Well, that wraps up this vlog, and I hope I got my point across, and I hope you agree with me, because honestly on this one I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Then again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Idiots are entitled to their own opinion. Shouldn't be, but they are. Like that. Later.